witchcraft.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host with the most, Ant-Man Gaming, or DragonBallOtaku, welcoming you to the second episode of the Road to Mortal Kombat 11. And I went and just bought Sub-Zero and Raiden for Injustice 2. Now, a lot of people are going back and they're playing Mortal Kombat X. I'm going back and playing Injustice 2, because this is the first version where they introduced the gear system. This is where they introduced, I guess, the newer Sub-Zero and Raiden, where they actually have a gear system. So, you know, maybe this is a kind of like a beta. Well, basically, it is a beta version of what they could be in the new Mortal Kombat game, and I'm super excited for MK11. I'm the biggest Mortal Kombat fan in the world. It has been a while since I actually uploaded a Injustice video on this channel, and I think the last time I uploaded an Injustice video was when the game first released, actually, and I was doing online battle. So it's been a while. I think a year now, because I think the game came out in 2018. No, 2018. This is actually one of my favorite fighting games too. The franchise is super fun. I'm a big DC fan. I always loved DC games. It's just so fun. I love Batman. I love Aquaman. I wouldn't say I'm a big fan of Superman. Maybe as a kid. But because Superman's so overpowered, I never really liked Superman as much as other characters. I really like Green Lantern a little more than Superman. The Flash is pretty cool. Flash isn't my biggest favorite superhero either. Definitely Batman. Batman will always be number one in my, like, pretty much, I'm sure everyone's favorite character is Batman. Some of the DLC that they released for this game is questionable. I just don't see why they added like Black Adam or Black Lightning. I would have rather had Static Shock, personally. Everyone was hoping for Static Shock. I'm a huge fan of Static Shock. He's just so cool. His the TV show, when I watched it as a kid, was awesome. Like the whole crossover he did with the Justice League, and then the Justice League from Batman Beyond. It was awesome to watch that as a kid. And it just, like, when they made Injustice, who better to make a fighting game about superheroes than NetherRealm, or originally Midway, because they did Mortal Kombat vs. DC, I guess a game we shall not speak of. Personally, it wasn't a bad game. I'd say that just there wasn't a lot of replay to it. The story was really fun. I've really focused on the story. I think what they did with that game is they wanted people to focus more on what do you call it? Just playing the story and probably playing online. Because there wasn't really anything to do off. Like, they had the arcade, the ladder endings, but they're so quick because there's only 22 playable characters, and the only two hidden characters was Shao Kahn and Darkseid, which, I mean, it's not bad. It's been a while since we had Shao Kahn as a playable character. Dude, Swamp Thing is so freaking ridiculously bulk in this game. And the thing I kind of have a problem with Sub-Zero's ice ball moves is it doesn't freeze anyone. It's kind of lackluster. What can I do? It kind of sucks that the freeze ball doesn't freeze, but I can see people overusing it, like in Mortal Kombat, and spamming it, and he'll make me really overpowered. But Kuai Liang actually I think it's Kuai Liang. That's the brother, I think. He looks pretty cool. I can't wait to play with him in Mortal Kombat 11. It's gonna be super fun to play with him. You guys are probably noticing from my first Road to Mortal Kombat 11 that I'm doing the ladder a little shorter, and just because it took a little longer, and I know a lot of people don't like to watch long videos, so I went in the middle for you guys. This is super fun game. I'd recommend you guys go play this if you haven't played Injustice. I know the Legendary Edition came out. I'm playing the Standard, so this isn't like Sub-Zero and Raiden are my first DLCs I've ever bought for this. And I was already planning to get them when they were first announced. Just at the time, I was not really in a big hurry to buy them. But since I'm doing the whole Road to MK11, this is definitely a good way to do it. You know, I got the gear system. That's really the main focus. I'm trying to show off is because they're bringing the gear system to Mortal Kombat 11. So I was thinking to show off a gear system would be Injustice 2, and then they do have MK characters, which I'm really glad they added, like because Injustice 1 had Scorpion, and if you guys want me to do once I do the whole Sub-Zero and Raiden thing, I'm definitely gonna do Scorpion from Injustice 1 for you guys, just to get the whole Mortal Kombat cast that are in the Injustice universe done for you guys. But Sub-Zero is really good on here. He really feels like he's from MKX. His combo system feels good. He feels like a Mortal Kombat character. The only thing that I wish they had was fatalities. I'm not complaining too much. You know, he has to fit into this DC universe, and it's pretty fun. Oh, look, Catwoman. And as I was playing her in the first part, this just good game, guys. If you guys want to play with me, let me know. Let me know. Get your gamer tag on PlayStation in the comment section below, and I'll definitely, guys, play with you guys, or just send me a message. Oh my God, look at Catwoman. I'm kind of mad when they released the Instagram. One of the former employees of NetherRealm released an Instagram where her boobs were shrunken, and that was because of WB. But that was so dumb because they were pretty big and nice, and what do you call it? What was it called? In regular DC continuity, she's always supposed to be sexy, and I was kind of pissed that they really went the SJW route and just made the characters less sexy, which NetherRealm is really trying to steer away from that, and I can understand the reasoning for that. But I really like my sexy DC characters because they've always been designed like that. They're strong and sexy, and I really wish that they continued what their normal designs look. But you know, she still looks good. You know, I'm not a big fan that they nerfed how sexy the girls are in Mortal Kombat, but I live with it. It's not like the worst thing or the end of the world, but it's, you know, keep their design current. You know, keep the continuity going. And there are actually been people on Twitter super pissed that they nerfed their boobs, their sexual. I like how Scarlet looks in the new game. Scarlet looks really dope. I actually personally like Scarlet. She has a cool fighting style. They definitely look like they changed her fighting style up a lot. So can't complain. I mean, it's cool that they're bringing back Scarlet. She was only in MK9. She has never been in any other MK game. She has been hinted at in other MK games. So there's that. Oh, Black Canary. This is going to be an interesting fight. But guys, give me your opinions on what you guys think of MK11. What's your favorite MK game or your fondest memory in an MK game? I think really, and I think this is like an underdog, and I really like playing as Kai from Mortal Kombat 4. I think my first Mortal Kombat game was definitely Mortal Kombat 2 I think it was on the N64. I think it was Mortal Kombat Trilogy, but I played mainly Mortal Kombat 2 with my best childhood friend. We would play Mortal Kombat 2 all the time on his N64, and we would always play Mortal Kombat 4. I think it was called Mortal Kombat Gold on the 64. I'm not 100% sure, but I like playing as Kai on MK4, and I really enjoyed playing as Scorpion, and honestly, I used to play with Liu Kang all the time just because he reminded me of Bruce Lee. So I don't know, like the Asian main protagonist in a game has always been like the thing I always picked in fighting games. Except in Street Fighters. In Street Fighters, I would pick Ken just because he looked like Goku. But I always pick Liu Kang all the time in what do you call it? Mortal Kombat 4. And I would always pick Sub-Zero or Scorpion and sometimes Cyrax in MK2. I might be getting that wrong. It might have been MK3. But I really loved playing as ninja characters, and it was super dope. I didn't actually get to play MK1 until like maybe my middle school year in 2009, I think, on the PSP. It could have also been on what's it called, when I was a freshman in high school when I played MK1. MK1 is really challenging. MK2, Mutaro is challenging, but not the hardest character I've ever fought. And MK3 was just practically easy for me. Oh no, I think Mutaro was MK3, and Kentaro was MK2. Yeah, Kentaro was easy. So Mutaro was the hardest part in all the Mortal Kombat games. But Shao Kahn has always been a super easy character to beat. Let me know what you guys, what's your favorite Mortal Kombat game? Personally, my favorite Mortal Kombat game is definitely Mortal Kombat Deception. Just because I love Armageddon so much. That's probably almost close to my top #1 game. But Deception is super fun because I played it through it was the one Mortal Kombat game that I own. It was known as Unchained on the PSP. That was basically an updated version of Mortal Kombat. It was of Deception. It had more characters, it had more unlockables. It was super fun. The story, it was kind of stupid. Like when I finished the story mode, it was dumb because you have to finish the story by doing the arcade ladder ending, and it's kind of dumb. And I didn't know. I was going through all the realms after I finished off. Like I was going back through all the realms looking for Onaga, looking for that sorcerer he was talking about, and I couldn't find him. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna do the arcade ladder ending, get the ending that way." And apparently that was the ending. Oh shit. Oh dude, it looks like we're in the Nether realm. It's been a while since I played this, guys, and I've never used Firestorm. I didn't even know who the hell Firestorm was until this game. I knew who Blue Beetle was, but I knew no idea who Firestorm was. Firestorm is... I love DC, but I don't really like all their sub-characters. Some of them are just kind of dumb. But Firestorm's pretty cool, but not the best character ever. Blue Beetle is really cool just because he has a Hispanic character, and I'm Hispanic background, so it's really cool to get that Hispanic love into these games, or just in general in any superhero, because there's rarely any. They have more white and black superheroes. Yeah, look at that. We just beat fire with ice. But it's cool to get the, just a little diversity in comics. That's why I like Miles Morales, the from Spider-Man, because he's half black and he's half Hispanic. And so I really like that. And I really love Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It was just a really good movie, and I'm glad it won an Oscar. I think it did. I hadn't even watched the Oscars. I heard it did on Twitter. But Twitter can't always be right. So you guys let me know if that is. But I'm getting off topic with that. Let me, like I said, in Mortal Kombat, what was your guys' favorite game and favorite moments and stuff? Like I said, I grew up playing MK4 and MK2 and 3, and then I played Deception. I played a bit of Deadly Alliance on the GameCube with my best friend. It was super fun, guys. It was one of the. I played it when the time when the GameCube was still new, and it was actually the current gen console with the Xbox and the PS2. Dude, it was so fun, that game, when they added where you can stick your blade inside the body, which they took off in the later games. I know that they always try to change that, but I really like that. And they had two fighting styles. I don't know, back then I really liked Reptile a lot too, and when I saw Reptile's new form, I was like, oh, so they really went with the Reptile look. And I thought he was humanoid originally, which they did do with him, but he just wasn't that cool looking when they made him really reptilian. I think they should have just kept his gimmick as a reptile, but keep his human-esque looking form. But it is what it is. Can't change it. But it was super fun. Oh, and I remember when they added Kenshi. I really love Kenshi. Like, he was so dope. Like, playing with Kenshi was awesome. I really loved Kenshi's second costume, and I think it was either second or third costume. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played Deadly Alliance. I got it for the PS2, but I rarely play it. But when I played on the game with my friend, Kenshi had like this gi looking costume where it was all ripped and damaged, and he didn't have his bandana or blindfold on his face, and he looked really dope in that. Like, he really looked dope, and I loved playing with Kenshi. I really loved playing as Kun Lao at that time. I think that was the only time where I played with Kun Lao until the later games, and I really loved Kun Lao in that one. He was super strong. I really liked his fighting style. His sword was awesome. I could never get past Moloch. Moloch now is easy for me. But back then, Moloch was super freaking difficult to beat. Like I never even got to the Deadly Alliance when my friend let me play it. Like, it was hard. Like, I went through everything, but I could never beat Moloch. I would just like give up after I faced Moloch. I think 10 times. I was never good at fighting games as a kid. Like, it takes practice. It honestly takes a lot. I didn't own a lot of video game consoles. The thing is, as a kid, my parents didn't let me play these kinds of games at the time. So it was really hard to get access to these games, because my parents would only let me play like my Dragon Ball games, and that was it. Like, and racing games. They didn't let me play any fighting games really, or any bloody games or anything. Like, I didn't get to play Ninja Gaiden. I didn't get to play Mortal Kombat. They knew about Mortal Kombat, and you know, the whole controversy in the news and everything. So they didn't let me play Mortal Kombat. They didn't let me play Resident Evil. They just didn't let me play anything that looks violent. Not even rated T for teen games. Like, they were really adamant about letting me play rated T for teen games. They let me play Dragon Ball because they look cartoonish. They didn't know that Family Guy was a bad... Oh, shit. They didn't know that it was an adult game. But I got to play that on my Xbox. So I honestly didn't really get to play any, like, rated T for T games, or any game that has any kind of resemblance of blood, until I was, I think, in 7th grade or 8th grade. Like, I only got to play Mario and Pokemon, which I love Pokemon so much, guys. If you don't know, I have a Pokemon. I'm going to try to upload again on that. Go check it out. I did upload two videos during the month of January, and I did a collab with Delta Shinobi on that, where we're open booster packs, a lot of them, so I had to cut up in 2. I still have a bonus video I have to edit and upload. I just haven't had the time. Look, we defeated Brainiac. So that's dope, yo. But guys, do let me know what you guys want to see next in this road to MK11, because I'm going to try to continuously do this. Next up is going to be Raiden in the next upcoming thing. Then I'm going to go and play Injustice 1 and do Scorpion's ladder ending for you guys and everything. Then we'll continue playing Injustice 2. Let me know what you guys want. I might do Batman next. If you guys want me to do Batman or Wonder Woman, let me know. You guys pick the character. Let me know. Follow me on my social medias. I have 2 Twitters, one for my DragonBallOtaku channel and one for my Pokemon channel, just so people could ask me just Pokemon questions on that one, and ask me other stuff on that. Let me know, guys. I'm enjoying this entire thing.
I provided valuable combat training to the youngest members of his order. But the spells that were devised went awry. Instead of opening a portal to Earthrealm, they opened a gateway to the Phantom Zone. Now, I fight to re-imprison Superman and his followers. They would not have been freed, but for my accidental arrival in this realm. I am now duty-bound to protect it, as if it were my own.